I'm about to show something about something funny.
It's probably about gay people,
What?
the show.
Yeah, it's about gay people. Talking
See?
about Obama is gay.
Well, did he admit he's gay or
Listen,
he just has a
listen.
gay?
You heard about you heard about this thing. He just came out talking about every boy needs a gay man in his life. You heard that shit, right?
Yes,
I
people are
can't
not
let
happy about that.
I can't let that ride.
It
I cannot let that ride.
was uncomfortable. It was a moment. It was not a good. It
I
was a moment.
cannot let that ride.
I don't know what is he doing. Like,
I don't know, but I mean, I figured, look. So look, my issue is not with gay people or being gay at
I hope
all.
not. Okay.
No. My issue is that gay people get into these positions of power, pretend they're not gay, and perpetrate gayness on everybody else,
Like,
gaslighting us,
hold
making us
on.
think this is
Pause.
normal shit.
Pause. Perpetrating gayness on everyone else. Explain. Explain.
Okay, so just recently, Obama came out and said that little
Came out.
boys need gay men. Let me look, look, let me just from the
Show
horse's
me.
mouth. For some reason, he
I
thinks little boys need gay men to hang around. Now, only a gay man would say something like that, but since he's fronting like he is not gay, it sounds like it's coming from a heterosexual, and he wants to sound like he's evolved and elevated and all that kind of stuff. But the truth of the matter is, he's just gay.
Obama, now it feels like you're asking for it. So just recently, Barack and Michelle Obama would go on a podcast where they would address their recent divorce allegations. In the midst of discussing the allegations, Barack Obama made the claim that young boys need a gay man in their life for guidance and that only having a father around isn't enough. He believes being around gay men helps young boys develop a broader perspective. But is that not what a mom and dad is for? I mean, your household had only one father in it, right? I'm not going to say what everyone
he
think,
said
but
right.
y'all pay attention to this interview and let me know what you think about it down below.
That's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need is not just exposure to one guy,
One dad.
one dad. No matter how good the
Dad
is,
is. He can't be
like he can't
everything.
be everything, and that boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
One of the most valuable things I learned as a
This is
guy
bad advice,
was
period.
I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly
Yes.
gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that
Well, and
to
it's,
show empathy and kindness. And by the way,
yeah.
you need that person
Yeah.
in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's
Yeah.
gay or non-binary
He's
or
acting
whatever,
like you can go
they
to the
have somebody
store and
that they
just
can
find
go,
a
okay,
gay
I'm not
man.
alone in this.
He acting like he's not gay.
See, but you can see the con though.
I
You can
see
see
it.
the
And what I
con.
see
It's
more
it's for
though,
the
what?
kids. It's for your kid might
Right,
need something like that because he might be. You know what I'm saying? Not
right.
talking about the likelihood of him being gay
Why
growing up
though?
if he's around gay people.
Yeah. Yeah, no, not
But
talking
I
not
think
talking
it's
about how
like
kids are influential, how kids are absorbing everything around them, and that maybe you just let life be life. I don't know. I don't like that Michelle seems like she's like pushing it. Like she's like, I'm
we're not
sorry.
gonna get listen. Michelle is a whole different episode.
I know, but did you hear her though? Did you hear her? Like
Yeah.
she's like, yeah, yeah, yeah,
again,
yes.
Michelle is a whole different episode.
Oh God,
Like he said, I know what some of y'all are thinking. You know what I'm saying? So some of y'all are thinking that Michelle's a gay man too. So
she
that's why she would be co-signing. He, it, they. So that's what some
yeah.
people say. But that's a whole different episode. Right now, I'm talking
Big
about
Mike.
gay black men like Diddy, like Tyler Perry, like uh uh I mean, like the rumors are about like Meek Mill and Jay-Z, like Will Smith, right?
I
They're
just
getting
think
up.
that
Let me finish what I
okay,
said.
go
My
ahead,
point.
go ahead. Just
They're getting up in front of our young men and
Mhm.
pretending that they are the standard or what a man should be, knowing damn well that that's not the case. And that's the problem that I have with it.
Right. And but
You gay, be gay. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's cool.
we've
But
talked
don't.
about this before, though. What I wanted to say is that I feel like there's a difference between, well, I'll just say like the gay that I grew up knowing, which is like people that were attracted to the opposite sex. They had a hard time expressing that in the real world, so they kind of kept it down low, and then there became more acceptance, and then that was what it was. This seems like a lot of it is coerced or forced, like what this dude's doing right
Yes.
here. Yeah, and
And this is part of the population control agenda. If people, but people don't
that's what the
understand what it
bottom
is.
line
It
is.
is, well, see, one thing can serve many purposes,
Right, right.
right? So, part of the agenda is to make what they're doing seem less um, outside the box,
To
make it seem
normalize it.
normal. Yeah,
Yeah.
normalize it. But there's also the consequence that populations drop when everybody's gay. You know what I'm saying? So there's that too with the depopulation situation
Right.
going
No, I feel that. Feel
on.
that. I feel like when I was watching the trans agenda, we'll just call it, during basically it started heavy during COVID and then kind of just went from there. Um,
Well, it's
it made
also, go ahead. I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead. I was
No,
just gonna
no.
say Gen Z, just seeing them fall in line and the percentages go up so high that there was no way that someone could look at those numbers and be like, "Oh yeah, it's just because people were scared to say it before." I mean, I heard every excuse ever, but
No,
it's like
social engineering, social
it is.
contagion.
And they're the
So,
most protected group on the planet, and so of course these kids are gonna want to be a part of that group. Like it's almost like a gang,
well,
like
not on the planet, but in the West, I'd say yes. Not
well,
on the planet.
okay, yeah, true. Well, but it was manifesting the same way in the UK and Australia and
Yes, like I said, in the
Canada.
Western
The
countries.
Western. Okay, I heard you. I heard
Yeah,
you. Registered.
nowhere else.
Um,
Africa was like, we do not want your abortion. We don't want your this. We
right,
don't want
right.
none of that stuff. We don't want none of it.
So the message
Parts of
that I was
Africa.
sending out at that
Because they were
time,
having something where they were like, we're not going to give you aid unless we give
unless
you,
you
unless
accept
you,
your gay people, that was Obama, his rule. Yeah,
yeah.
we're
What
gonna
is
cut off
that
your aid
about?
if you don't
How
allow
is
gay
that
people to
on
get
your
married.
agenda that
Yeah.
Africa turns gay?
Barack became president, he tried to force Africa to accept same-sex marriages, and African government said, we don't allow that stuff here. And Barack sanctioned Africa. Well, Biden duplicated the same thing. Biden said the same thing, trying to force Africa, different countries of Africa, to accept same-sex marriages, and if those countries don't, he will sanction them, starve them. How in the world men knocking up men mean so much to America that you will use your power to starve a baby, starve a woman, because a country want to uphold God's law?
That was crazy as hell. That was so crazy. Yeah,
So yeah, yeah, and like I said, also there's the that they're all empowered together, so they
hmm
keep each other's secrets, and they're kind of just playing out their perversions on us in a way. So I'm gonna break
right. And
Obama
there,
all
it's
the way
probably
down.
like a kind of social test too, like a social
Right,
engineering test, like to see like who's gonna fall in line and who can we do like,
right, right.
whose mind can we get at? Um,
So
but
let's
what
break
I was gonna just finish my
Obama
sentence.
all.
Just my messaging back then was to tell I was to Gen Z. I was like, don't trend yourself out of existence because that's what it felt like. It's like nobody's having babies. It's either you're in the abortion line screaming for abortion, or you're gay, trans, whatever. And it was just crazy to watch the fast forward population decline. It was so obvious. Okay,
So I don't know
Dave.
if you remember Larry Sinclair. Have you ever
No,
heard of Larry Sinclair?
it sounds familiar, but so does everything.
Okay, so this article here says that he ran for Congress. I don't remember about that, but I do remember his testimony about Barack Obama. This was actually so. This was I remember Dinesh D'Souza talking about it. So I remember this interview back in the day. Dinesh D'Souza did this interview with him. It's like a 10-minute interview, but here's just a little bit of it.
Meet Larry Sinclair. What do you do for a living, Mr. Sinclair?
Currently, I run a nonprofit in Cocoa building affordable housing.
Now, in 2008, when Obama announced his candidacy for president, you made some explosive allegations about him that dated back to some events that occurred in 1999. Is that the year that you met Barack Obama?
It is.
Where did you meet him?
Outside of a bar in Chicago.
What were you doing?
I was on a night out. I had asked a limo driver if he knew anyone that would be interested in showing me around the town, and it was clear for the limo driver that I was looking for someone to enjoy the night with. The introduction was made through the limo driver.
And what happened?
We had a few drinks. I had made some comments about wanting Coke, so we got in the limo and left, and we started drinking. I started snorting. He started smoking. I actually put my hand on his knee and started to rub up his thigh, and I performed oral sex on Barack Obama. The following day, I actually get a knock on my hotel room door in Gurnee, Illinois, only to find Barack Obama standing in front of it. He had actually come back for seconds. I performed oral sex on him in the hotel room at the Comfort Inn and Suites in Gurnee, Illinois.
Were there drugs involved in the second night as well?
There was.
Who produced those?
He actually brought those with him.
Now, Obama at that time was a state senator.
I actually had no idea who he was.
And then when did you find out that it was Barack Obama?
Watching the 2004 DNC convention.
Thank you very much, everybody. God bless you. Thank you.
And it hit me, and at the time, I was just kind of floored.
Good afternoon. My name is Montgomery Blair Sibley. I'm the attorney for Larry Sinclair.
Now, you have this press conference.
I performed fellatio on Senator Obama in the limousine during the time Senator Obama was smoking crack cocaine.
After the press conference, you are arrested
by the D.C. Police Department upon the orders of Beau Biden, Attorney General for Delaware.
So this is Joe Biden's son, Beau Biden.
It is. Apparently, he had a grand jury indictment from 2 weeks after I went public on Obama accusing me of theft that never took place.
Shortly before you made these public allegations about Obama, you were contacted, you say, by a man named Donald Young.
Donald Young was the choir director in Jeremiah Wright's church in Chicago.
This is the church Obama attended?
Exactly.
And what did Donald Young tell you?
That he, too, had intimate relations with Barack Obama and had for years, and that I needed to protect myself, that they were going to come after me.
What happened to him?
He was shot point blank in his apartment in Chicago.
The murder was never solved?
No, it wasn't.
Donald Young's mother subsequently made a public comment, I believe reported in one of the tabloids. What did she say?
She wanted to know why her son had to die to protect his friend, the president, which was referring to Barack Obama.
Right. Now, a lot of people have forgotten.
That went away. Yeah, I was going to say that went away. Like,
yeah, a lot of people forgot about Donald Young.
And
so, yeah. Okay.
That guy's still alive, right?
No, huh? What?
No, him, Sinclair. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe he's still around.
Okay. That's good.
But look, yeah, he came out.
People just ignored it. That's why. Because people just ignored it. Like, if people would have paid attention, he wouldn't be here anymore, probably.
Well, what was said at what I remember was that if anybody reported on it, they would not get access to the White House. This is how they control information. If you report on it, you can't get access. So how are you going to have any news at all if you can't get access? And so everybody kind of slept on it and kept it quiet.
You know, everybody I knew, the world I lived in Northwest DC, like everyone works either directly for the government or is a parasite on government effectively, including people I love and know really well. And the media is too, by the way. I mean, the media is reporting on government, but it's also dependent on government. You know, in 2008, it became really clear that Barack Obama had been having sex with men and smoking crack. And a guy came forward, Larry Sinclair, and said, I'll sign an affidavit. And he did. I'll take a lie detector. And he did. I smoked crack with Barack Obama and had sex with him. Well, that was obviously true. Nobody reported it, not because they were squeamish about sex or drugs, but because the Obama campaign said anyone who reports on this gets no access to the Obama campaign. And so they didn't report on it. So that happens. That's just one small example, but that happens all the time with lots of different issues.
Now, do you believe that transpired, or do you believe the guy is legitimate, or both?
Oh, the Larry Sinclair story? Oh, that definitely happened. Oh, for sure. I mean, I've talked to Larry Sinclair about it, and definitely it happened. I mean, Larry Sinclair's been in and out of prison during one period. I mean, 40 years ago, he was in and out of prison. He's got a criminal record by definition. He's poor. He's got a disordered life. He's missing a tooth. Like, he's not, an Atlantic fellow. He's not going to the Aspen Ideas Festival. I think he has a record of deception. Obviously, he does. But this story, if you listen to it in detail, is clearly true. I mean, I'm going to do an interview with him and you can hear it. And again, it's not going to change the world that Barack Obama likes dudes. I think this was well known. Barack Obama said so himself in a letter to his girlfriend. And by the way, that's kind of Barack Obama's business. I'm not attacking him for liking dudes. I'm just saying the amount of lying in the media about it was unbelievable. Like, people knew this was true. And it was quite obviously true at the time. And people who covered the campaign didn't say anything about it because they didn't want to lose access to the campaign.
How does it mesh, though, with him later on wanting everyone to be gay? Like the covering up of it, the covering up of it, the covering up of his gay escapades. I just answered it in my head because he was smoking crack and all type of stuff and being promiscuous. Yeah.
This nigga's wild. Right? Stop playing. He is a crack smoking homosexual.
I mean, is it like, do you think that all the Bidens and the Obamas just sit and smoke crack?
They're all fucking wild. I think that people have no idea how wild these motherfuckers are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All of them. Clintons, Obamas, Bidens, and Bushes.
Yeah. Oh, shit. They're getting it from the Bushes.
I mean, you got to think that once Kennedy was killed, the deep state's been running the show pretty much ever since.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And there are some nasty, crazy, sick people. So, look, if you had known that Obama was a crack smoking homosexual, would you have given him your vote?
I mean, that doesn't make him gay, and he's still a black man. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, I would not. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
My face must have been priceless.
I was kidding. I know.
I wasn't even sure how to process that. I'm so glad you said you were kidding.
But no, people say that. People say that a lot. That's the party line. That was like the same with Kamala. Like, she's a black woman. She's black. So Obama, especially when he's younger, God, he looks young, and he just looks a different ethnicity.
So yeah, this is old. Like, people look, like when I say we known Obama was gay for a long time, like we known Obama was gay for a minute now. And this preacher is breaking it down back in the day. This is kind of a long clip, so I'm gonna try to find the right spots. But
it looks old. What year is this?
I don't remember. I've just had it. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things that, like, the clips that you just keep because you know you're gonna need them one day.
I'm surprised you found it. I have so many like that I just can't even find, but I'm like, I know it exists.
Yeah, that's what this is. So I think we need 2 minutes in.
I have one more question about this guy. Is he like Chicago? Is he from Chicago?
I believe so. And I believe you'll recognize him once he starts talking. Because I think we've all kind of seen him and he's a meme or something like that. All right. But he knows what he's talking about, and he is breaking it down.
At the Trinity United Church of Christ in Chicago, Illinois, where Dr. Jeremiah Wright presided as pastor. His name was Donald Young, 47 years old, taught the 4th grade in the Chicago City public school system. Anybody who teaches the 4th grade can't be very violent. You just got to have the right spirit. Go deal with them young folk. Donald Young, not only was he the choir master, but 4th grade school teacher. December the 3rd, a year ago, this month is the anniversary of his death. Just as the campaign got heated, Donald Young was found shot execution style with a bullet in the back of his head in his 69th Street apartment on the south side of Chicago. But 2 other homosexual men, and by the way, Donald Young was openly gay. Everybody knew he was a flamboyant gay. Everybody knew he was gay as they come. He put the gay in gay, Donald Young. 2 other young men that were gay, also members of the Trinity United Church of Christ, were also killed within 60 days of each. 3 gay men where Barack Hussein Obama went to church. And nobody knows who did it. Well, they say they don't know. But I know. These men, Vince Foster, Chandra Levy, you start dealing with these men with power, your life becomes nothing. That's why I'm preaching so hard right now. Y'all saw I fired up when I first came up there. I'm fired up because I might not be here next week, and I want to get it all out now. You start telling the truth on these men of power.
Right? Yeah, that's a preacher will make you, yeah, I'm hearing it.
Vince Foster hanging with the president's wife, taking her to bed. Donald Young, Chandra Levy, Gary Condit. And by the way, we're going to do outlaw. Amen. Outlaw, we got houses.
All right. He's still gonna break it down, but
Right. Damn, he had the whole kill list. Like he was like on it. That's crazy.
Obama's apparently a gay, crack smoking mobster.
It just sounds so crazy.
You know what I'm saying? All these people coming up dead around this whole thing. And let's not forget his chef.
Oh yeah, recently. Like right now. Yeah.
Ended up dead too.
Obama employee Tafari Campbell unravels.
Several uncomfortable questions have sprung up around Campbell's death. Was it an accident? Or did something sinister happen? Social media is filled with theories, including the claim that Campbell was secretly writing a tell-all book on the Obamas.
Campbell was 6 feet tall and drowned in 8 feet of water. Campbell was also a competent swimmer.
Ain't nobody asking
those investigations just go quiet. I mean, yeah, Chandra Levy was the one that was in Haiti, right? With Clinton.
That's Rachel Chandler.
Oh, who's Chandra?
That's Laura Silsby. Laura Silsby was Clinton's in Haiti, but I don't know who.
Wait, who is Chandra Levy? I know that name.
Yeah, because and
then the gay guys
long ago, huh?
The gay guys at the church, like what's the insinuation there that they were involved with him is what he was saying.
The insinuation?
Yeah, the gay guys at the church that died.
All these gay people that went to Obama's church and he probably hooked up with are suddenly dead.
Just took them out like, we got to close the loose ends, y'all. Let's go.
Right. Chandra Ann Levy was an intern at the Federal Bureau of Prisons in Washington, D.C., who disappeared in May 2001. She was presumed murdered after her skeletal remains were found in Rock Creek Park in 2002.
I remember.
The case attracted attention from the American news media for several years. Due to a miscommunication, the Metropolitan Police Department of the District of Columbia failed to follow its own search parameters in Rock Creek, leaving Livy's body to decompose for over a year. You know what? I don't usually do this, but I'm gonna do it right now. Hey, Grok.
Hey, Gronk.
Chandra Levy's connection. What is Chandra Levy's connection to ask what is Chandra Levy's connection to the Clinton?
You can't even hear it because Zoom doesn't show it. Oh my God. Yes.
Her case drew comparisons to the Clinton-Lewinsky scandal due to similarities in the circumstances. Both involved young female interns in Washington, D.C., and a relationship with a powerful older political figures. Chandra Levy, a 24-year-old intern at the Federal Bureau of Prisons, disappeared in 2001, was found in Rock Creek in 2002. She was having an affair with Congressman Gary Condit, a married Democrat.
Okay. Well, why she had to get dead? Why she had to get dead?
I don't know why nobody got to get dead like that. I don't know why people can't just be honest. But the point that I'm trying to make throughout all this is like we don't know these people. When somebody says Trump is on the Epstein list, I'm like, okay. Like I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know these people.
Brett Weinstein's interview made me look at it, that list totally.
Ignore what you do know about him. I mean, all these people died to keep his gayness covered up. What did that American citizen that he killed abroad? What did he die for? Maybe he had information.
The American citizen abroad. What do you mean?
Yeah, Barack Obama drone killed an American citizen.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. So then let me say that's kind of what I was feeling about well, sort of, a little off, but that dude that they put in the prison in Guatemala that all the Democrats were trying to get out, like I was feeling like he had some information too. Remember that the I don't know, Mexican American, the one that there was all the hoopla about all the Democrats were trying to get him out of the prison because Trump's put him in there.
You mean the El Salvadorian citizen?
Yeah. Because I was thinking that it had something. I know I said it was a little left field. Shut up. That because I felt like he had some information too, like he was going to end up dead if they like. I don't
You're talking
know.
about Abrego Garcia, the guy that
Mhm.
you thought he had information?
Yeah, not on Barack being gay, but I'm saying like it was like they
Like
have all
on
these
some of the
people around him.
Democrats?
Yeah, that's why
And
they
that's why they were rounding around him?
Mhm.
Oh, no, I think that was just they're losing a lot of funding because Trump is cutting all that stuff off. USAID is not doing what it used to do. And so they don't have the money to run ops like they did, is what it seems like to me.
Yeah, I mean they.
So that was like opportunistic. It was an opportunity to try to exploit the situation, and it kind of turned around and backfired because they're not running shit no more.
I got a question.
He has a question.
What's cracking?
Why, hey, what's up,
Right.
Why, since we know Obama's gay now, we've been knowing, but
Right.
why is nobody saying that, oh, Michelle is a man then?
Okay, see.
Oh no, we do something.
Okay, we're not gonna get into Michelle, but many people are saying that she is a man. That's first off.
I mean, it's kind of like they
Secondly,
just know,
I'm not
you know?
making that leap in this particular episode because I could take a whole episode and crawl into that
Absolutely.
in itself. But I think that one thing will lead to the other. I don't think people have accepted that Obama's gay. That's one of the reasons why I want to bring up all this stuff again, put it back out there. Like we've been knowing this for a minute. He is a gay, crack smoking, psychopathic, right? This is what it is.
Yep.
And
why is crack?
so what he talks nice. This motherfucker's talking nice and trying to turn your kids gay, trying to make them have a gay motherfucking mentor and shit. Like, what the fuck is that about? That's
I think I know it's really weird.
That's crazy.
I think
if you can't listen, this is my thing. I'm just breaking the game down. Like, if you can't see the game that they running on us,
Exactly.
like, I don't even know how to. Like, my head is gonna explode. This gay ass fucking psycho is having $65,000 hot dog parties and then coming up to lecture me that I should have gay men around my children.
Yeah, just have a spare gay man.
I know. Like, and you should have a gay friend.
You know what I'm saying? I picked him up at the gas station.
Right, yeah. That's what he was saying. That like you should go get a gay friend, go get a gay. I had a gay professor. Like, it's great. Kind of
We
crazy.
know that a lot. I don't know percentages, but I'm sure we can look it up. But the percentage of gay men that were sexually abused as children is very high. So that in its gayness in some aspects is a self-perpetuating cycle. And this is why they say that George Bush Jr. was abused, right? Obama was probably
baby Bush.
Yeah, George Bush Sr. was dad at the CIA. He's the one that started the whole planet, anyway, that's a whole nother episode, right? But he's the one that kicked it off. But he likely abused George Bush Jr. And you've seen his wife, right? She looked like, she's probably a man. You know what I'm saying? So,
God, I'm not doing this, y'all.
Well, at a breakfast this morning, someone gave me 2 buttons, one for George and one for me, that had a 5-0 on it. They said I must wear it until we get back our hostages. And I said to the lady, but there aren't 50 hostages, there are 53 hostages. And I feel very strongly that the President of the United States has really let us down.
She's just an unfortunate thing.
No. I'm just breaking the game down. Like, if you can't see that these people are working together to like make gay stuff all right with your kids, I don't even know what to tell you. They're lying about being gay, trying to act like they're good role models, when behind the scenes they're smoking crack and having hot dog parties, and then they're telling you how to raise your kids.
And staying up all night and then trying to run our freaking country, and they do a horrible job. But so on the Bush thing, do you remember the article that came out a little shortly after the Franklin scandal was exposed, where they had that midnight tour of the White House with the Bushes with the little boys from Boys Town? No, you don't remember that?
Vaguely, I kind of vaguely remember it.
Yeah,
Why?
that just speaks to the same. That just made me think when you said Bush jumped it all off. I was like, oh, ding, ding, ding. Yeah, they had the little boys touring
Bush
the White
Senior,
House at
no,
midnight.
Bush
Like,
Senior
why are
started
you-
off this era of the deep state. That's what I was saying. Like,
Oh,
he
okay.
started putting
Well, they also had the boys.
CIA in charge of the country. That you look, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, but they've been in charge basically ever since. The CIA has been running the country basically ever since.
Yeah. Since yeah.
And
Yeah, but that is
they put
worth.
these people up because these people are easily controlled, because they have predilections and they have things that they like to do.
On your next one, if you guys do talk about Michelle Obama, they have a video of all the president's wives.
Oh God. And then,
Man,
they're very handsome women.
Very
And that's all
There's
they-
a lot of them. Oh yeah, I got the thing about the Victorian queens.
Oh yeah, I've seen that too.
Some
Yeah,
of them were really.
Also, I mean,
some of them were
some of that
queens,
is
but in
known
the
now.
pejorative sense.
Some of that is known. It's like exposed.
Man,
But
that's
wait,
crazy.
It was easier to get away with back then.
Right, because nobody
you didn't have-
expected it at all either. They were just like,
Right. Oh,
I
and
know.
let's not
I mean,
forget that
Macron's wife
Joan
is a
Rivers
crazy
called out Obama for being gay too.
what'd you say?
Let's not forget Joan Rivers called out Obama
Oh yeah,
for being
Joan
gay
Rivers,
too.
and then got dead the next
Yeah.
second.
You see what I'm saying?
Miss Rivers, how are you? You made a ton of news officiating the wedding in New York yesterday. Is this like a new cottage career move for you?
I'm so excited.
Okay.
And I should do very well because I don't charge.
And do you think that the United States will see the first gay president or the first woman
we already
president?
have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
You know Michelle is a
I'm sorry, she's a what?
a transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh. It's okay. She does
What's up, everybody? I want to make this video real quick here to show you something quite interesting that just went down on Instagram. Now, if you look here on Melissa Rivers' latest post, the top comment is someone saying that, quote, "I'm convinced Obama had Joan killed for speaking the truth." Now, obviously, we all know that. I've gone over it a few times. Joan Rivers tells TMZ that Michelle is a transgender, and that everyone knows it, and she's definitely not kidding. Literally a few weeks later, she dies getting a routine surgery. All right, so that's pretty straightforward. You don't have to be a detective to figure that one out. You don't have to be a detective either to figure out that this is a man. But nevertheless, that's something that anybody in the know would never dare say. And Joan Rivers, like always, just has no filter, and she said it. Like I said, this has been all more than covered. We all know about this. This is nothing new. Comments like this are nothing new. But what makes this one interesting is that Melissa Rivers herself liked it. And don't forget that Melissa Rivers also opened a wrongful death suit after this and said that her death was 100% preventable. Now, if you remember, QAnon had stated that Trump was approached to run for president and spearhead this takedown of the deep state. Now, it just come out that Obama had been spying on the Republicans and potential opponents, going back at least as far as 2012. Maybe taking out Joan Rivers served another purpose. Maybe they were afraid of any possible positive support for Trump coming from Hollywood. And if you remember, from 2015 to 2017, an awful lot of celebrities died, all pretty much at the same time, especially at the end of 2015 into the beginning of 2016. Where we go one, we go all.
Jennifer B. Wants to know on Twitter, how do you really feel about Donald Trump?
I adore Donald. Do you know, smart.
Yes.
No one gives him credit. I did Celebrity Apprentice. I thought, Donald. And
Right.
then you go and you do Celebrity Apprentice and you realize this is so smart, so professional. I think he's terrific. I think he would have made a great president.
Really?
Because he's a businessman. He would have walked and said, okay, now what do we have to do?
Right.
All right, you do this, we'll do this, let's do it. He's smart.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But
Right.
wait, I wanted to stay on this. So because it did, okay, just because it all ties in, let me see if I can articulate it. The Boys Town, the Franklin scandal it was highly connected to political activity. So the boys that were flown out to the White House to meet with the baby Bush or the Bushes, and they had a midnight tour. A lot of this later came out that politicians were all in these little kids' booties. Like it was very, very, very prevalent. And some of them died, so, when they came to testify and all that stuff. But the main thing that I wanted to just tie in is that there was one of the whistleblowers who was talking was the hired photographer to take videos and pictures of these politicians with these kids. So they had leverage on them. And I just found that interesting to the times that we're living in today. It's just all intertwined.
Well, think about this. Biden let 300,000 children free in the U.S. Just no accounting, no where they are, know what's happening to them.
Have you ever figured out why?
Yes, the reason why, John, is very simple. Money and power. We lost over 400,000 children, just children, not human beings, children, and they were sold. They say we weren't vetting them. No, we were vetting them. We were looking for customers to sell these kids to industry, to homes. For example, this whistleblower at ORR, the Office of Refugee Resettlement, they were sending 40 kids to one address. That's not a home, it's a business. It was the middleman. This gal, Tara Lee Rodas, who testified 2 years ago, said that the U.S. is the middleman in taking kids and selling them. There's companies that they're selling them for sex, for slavery, for body parts. This is a business.
Something that you should have that you haven't reported. As you know, 300,000 children are missing, right? 300,000 under Biden. We've already gotten back 10,000 of those children, and we have a lot more planned to come back. We're getting them back by the thousands. But 300,000, and as of this morning, over 10,000 we've gotten back.
I think they know to some extent where they
And
are.
I can't even really attribute that to Biden, because really all of those people in that deep state sort of situation, they're all disgusting, nasty, like Diddy, like Epstein, like Obama. That's what's been running the country. And I don't know how to stress enough that people need to understand this. It's not a Democrat Republican thing. There's some nasty people out there, and they got their hands on the levers of power. And then they got the nerve to come down and try to lecture us on how we should be doing things.
That was just bad advice overall that he gave to
That was lame.
It was so
Take your
lame.
faggot ass home, go suck some dick.
Hey.
Well, apparently he's a top, not a bottom. That's what it seems. I don't know.
Oh, but really?
That's what it seems.
So Big Mike is like,
it wasn't advice. It was an agenda.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
But
Exactly.
for people that don't see the agenda, if they can't see it and they just are like, no, Obama's, then it was bad advice. It's bad advice.
That's why I couldn't let it go. I just I'm watching that shit, and I put it in the news, and I don't do commentary. I don't really talk about
When
a lot of
comes
stuff.
to the gays, you do.
I don't talk about. I try, huh? When do I talk about gays in the news?
Flabbergasted that everyone's gay. I mean,
I'm laughing at you say you try.
laughing because you said I try.
No, I am flabbergasted that everybody's gay. Like, I didn't know that it was this gay. Like, I had no idea.
Man,
I had no idea. That is
try 30 years in the music industry.
Right.
It's
I knew it was a lot of listen. I knew it was a lot of gay because it's the music industry. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I knew it was a lot of gay. I didn't know It was
And not
like
in the
this.
political area.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
political.
No, not just political. I didn't know it was as much gay in the music industry and there's so much
I
gay
didn't know it was
So
that much gay in the music industry, and I was around that shit all. I
This
mean,
is what
like
I'm
that's crazy.
saying.
I did
Yeah, I
not
mean, I was
know,
there. I
and
mean, you knew it was gay people, but you didn't know like
I
the
mean, yeah,
motherfucking
it actually wasn't
producer was
out.
trying to
Like
we
get
didn't
his
know the
fucking
higher ups was that gay.
yeah.
right,
Yeah.
even like Clive and stuff. But I mean, I heard rumors, but what Ray J hit me up to was the gay agency. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
what
true.
agency? You got me fucked up. Like I heard about the gay mafia and all that stuff, but the gay agency is crazy, and he's
Right,
scared of them too. And that's a weird. That's like the gay mobsters is what it is. Gangsters, like
right.
they're killing people. Like
Now,
mm.
this might be a
The gays in my
you
day
know,
didn't go
I
around.
heard a story about someone putting gays in their army because they were more ruthless and more
Oh shit.
psychopathic. So they had like a
Really?
whole gay like division or something because they were fucking
Huh.
out there. I don't know if I believe that
Charleston
or
White.
not, but I
Okay, I
heard
was
that
gonna say
story, huh?
Charleston White had a whole different take on that. He was like, "We gonna ask and you gonna tell, and then you gonna go and you can serve the kitchen or something, but you're not fighting on them front lines. No, sorry, Bob."
Mm.
But wow, that's interesting.
Anyway,
Interesting.
Obama's gay, been gay for a long time. Everybody should know that he's gay, which should put Michelle into question, even though we're not talking about that right now. And somebody that's gonna lie to you about so much should not be allowed them into your children. And I think that's about what I got to say about that. And
All
I
right.
think that's all I got to say. I mean,
Um,
if you still looking up to Obama, I don't
I
know what to
haven't
say.
seen anything like that recently, which I'm
Oh
surprised
no,
Michelle.
Obama's still huge in the
Right,
Democrat.
her podcast does really well, right? Like her numbers.
Not to my knowledge.
No, no. Okay.
No, well, it might be doing better now, but
Now, yeah.
Okay. Well, she had Obama on. Her husband.
yeah, Mm.
His husband.
We're not talking about that on this show.
Yeah, if they
And
perpetrate a fraud like that on the American people, then you can't be trusted
that's the thing.
for
It's like the
anything.
lies. Yeah. Stop lying. Stop lying.
Yeah.
And it does manifest into like you can see where it manifests and they push it in the music industry too, which is why I was gonna pull up a picture while you were
But
talking.
also for the people that's listening, like it's not normal. It's an agenda. It's them pushing it as if it's normal because they're in these positions of power, but it's not normal shit. It's just not.
Right. It's not. It's not. The percentages are way lower than they purport. But so yeah, this is you saw Lil Baby performing? I'm just
Normal
gonna
is
hold it
not to
up
be
too.
equated with wrong. It's just
And
not normal.
I'm not even saying this is gay, but this is hip hop and this is the baby. I mean Lil Baby. Wait, can you see? Oh no, you can't
Not
see.
really.
Damn it.
Oh yeah, but I saw that picture. But yeah, I saw
This,
that picture
yeah.
before. Yeah,
What is
yeah,
this is hip hop?
yeah. I don't
I
know.
just feel like they're all in on it.
Well, they are. This is what I'm
And
saying. He
how
probably
it's
couldn't even
dude
get up
dancing
there
on
without putting forth the agenda. Look, Nas X said the same thing. He's like,
he
I'm
said,
for the gay agenda or whatever. He did the same thing.
Ed, question about the gay agenda. You thanked it at the VMAs.
I want to say thank you to the gay agenda. Let's go.
What is it? How do you define the gay agenda?
Oh, the gay agenda. There's been this plan. Like, we usually go to meetings on Wednesday in black cloak.
Okay.
Draw like a big star in the circle on the ground. We have like these cups of drink it pretty much. And we kind of like plan like world domination, like to make everyone gay and then like decrease the world population.
and I told you, Num met him when he was on the come up right before he got signed, and there was nothing gay about him, not even nothing. And he was like a talented
They are
little
trying
dude,
to
and his
influence
mom.
your children. These people are evil, nasty, and the people need to stop listening to them. I forgot. You asked me earlier if Obama ever admitted that he was gay.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is yes.
Okay.
Okay, are you familiar with this? Hold on. Obama's love letters from 1982 resurfaced. I make love to men daily, but in the imagination.
Who says that? If my husband said that, I'd be like, I gotta go. I gotta go. That's so.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
gay.
So yes. So look, again, if he lied to you about all of this stuff, and again, we didn't even touch on Michelle, but if he lied to you about all of this stuff, for me, when
That
you
was a
start
test
hearing,
too. They wanted to see how people would react to that before they rolled it
when you
out all the way.
hear Trump say Obama himself manufactured the Russia hoax.
Mhm.
Um, did you think he's just making that up?
Well, he has an interesting way of telling his stories, and that's what
He
makes it seem
does.
like they're far-fetched. But that's when I first started flipping it over, like flipping it, like what if everything's upside down? And I started first noticing that Trump could possibly be telling the truth, and I was rolling back the things that he said. I was like, they are spying on him in the White House. Like they are
Yes.
planting, they're doing like
Again, they
everything
are
that he said. I was like,
literally.
that is
They
actually
didn't think they were
happening.
going to lose. The CIA thought they had it all handled. All the votes were
Yeah.
rigged. Everything was fixed for Hillary. So it makes me wonder who Trump's crew is that they got around it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is what I think.
That's
I think on that is
whoever
that
Trump got in his pocket. They
got
gangster too.
they got the same access for sure. And I think that what happened was that when Hillary went to go fix her votes, I think that he was right there, like, no, you're not. And so that's why it turned into a whole like she never like denied it, and she never like came at him like, no, you fixed it or whatever. Like it's because
What do you
she
mean?
was I feel like okay. So when he was saying that the vote was rigged and this and that and okay, what I feel like is that when she was in there fixing her votes, like this is just like a kind of metaphorical way of
Yeah, I
explaining it.
got you.
She's in there
It's
fixing her
not
votes,
literal.
and she's like, I'm good, I'm winning." And then when she went to go do that final one, he was just standing there like, nope, and like she like, you know what I'm saying? Like she was
Yeah,
like,
like
oh
something
shit,
happened. Something went
yeah,
down
something
because
happened because
they
he
were
was
so confident that
so
they knew
confident.
they had it in the bag. They weren't really even trying. They just thought it was this was a walk in the park. And so the look of shock on everybody's face, and they had to save face. That was crazy.
And it
Those
was
are
like
moments to remember.
she couldn't say you were there, da da da, because that implicates her. So she just had to just fall back, to some extent. Yeah. That's just kind
Yeah.
of how I feel. But yeah, so
So yeah, when the new stuff starts coming out about Obama that we know for a minute, don't be surprised. Don't you know what I'm saying? All
isn't
the
it
what?
it's just weird that like that came out. That was released. Like I remember when that and
I
nobody
know,
really
I know.
batted an
I'm
eyelash.
just trying to put it all together for folks. Like this man is not who you think he is, and you need to stop caping for him because he did not. He's never had your best interest at heart.
Yeah. I heard
Never had. This
on
makes
my
me question. This makes me question the birth certificate. This makes me question like
Whoa.
everything,
I mean,
everything.
have you ever seen a breakdown on the birth certificate? That's so legit. Like I said, Trump has a
I've done a
strange
breakdown on the
way
birth
of yeah,
certificate. I've done more than one. That's what
yeah.
I'm saying. Makes me question everything. That
I
man
wish
is not who he says he is.
yeah. I wish Trump had a different way of explaining it to people because it's very tough pill to swallow, but I mean it is what it is. Truth always
Right?
is a little bit tough.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh
All right,
well.
Leah.
All righty
I'll holler
then.
at you tomorrow.
Okie dokie artichoke.
Michelle looks like a guy, a barber and maybe two. Did you ever think Francis was really a Frank? Well, listen up, I'm talking to you. Did you ever think Jackie was the peak of femininity, but wonder what the fashion hides? Then we all got to see her in a skimpy bikini, and we know that she swapped sides. Oh, all the first ladies are men, my friends. Yes, all of them are men. And put down your hands, cause they're not trans. They just don't want women in their den. All the first ladies are men, my friends. You can see it plain and true. And if you think that's lies, then open your eyes and you might see it too. didn't even change his name. And Martha Washington in bonnet and veil had features that looked oddly the same. Barbara's pearls hid the apple ever so sly, but we all saw, so no need to deny. And Lucretia's charm was easy to see, but her jawline made a different decree. All the first ladies are men, my friends. Yes, all of them are men. And put down your hands, 'cause they're not trans. They just don't want women in their den. All the first ladies are men, my friends. You can see it plain and true. And if you think that's lies, then open your eyes and you might see it too. Now there's no divider, that's not a woman you see. And you can't ignore the face of Eleanor, it's as manly as can be. Dear old Patty with his best pal Happy, together they contrived. And Lady Bird Johnson really had a Johnson, and Betty Ford with Liberace vibes. Oh, all the first ladies are men, my friends. Yes, all of them are men. And put down your hands, 'cause they're not trans. They just don't want women in their den. All the first ladies are men, my friends. You can see it plain and true. And if you think that's lies, then open your eyes and you might see it too. From Martha to Melania, they play the same game. You can lie all you want, but the truth stays the same. All the first ladies are men, my friends. Yes, all of them are men. And put down your hands, 'cause they're not trans. They just don't want women in